Remember me for centuries.
Quickly on now, on to heat number 3. Azaria Watkins will go in 2, Makiah Turner in 4, Christina Cooper in 6, Nitra Anand. I mentioned Zenobia Marshall's dexterity of being able to lead with both legs. Of course, that is one of the great secrets of Sydney McLaughlin's success at 400-meter hurdling, and we certainly saw that illustrated last week at the World Track and Field Championships. Sydney McLaughlin just crushing her own world record with one of the greatest performances literally of all time in women's track and field. In fact, it ranks number 2 on World Athletics points charts for scoring events like that, next to Florence Griffith Joyner's otherworldly 100-meter world record. Here we go. Watkins in 2, Turner in 4, Cooper in 6, Anand in 8, from your right to your left. And they are away cleanly. Watkins going well early on. Out of lane 2. Watkins still with the lead. Turner now coming on a bit. But it will be Watkins. Across the line unofficially there. We can see 16:34. That's a considerable improvement from what we've seen. Officials just want Watkins and everyone else to exit on that left side of the track. There it is, confirmed, 16:32. Turner came on strongly and nicely at the end there, 16:92. Anand in 3rd, 17:11 for her, and Cooper in 4th, 19:07, and whatever the points.
Cameron, you're up.
In the younger age category. 7:95, and we shift our attention now to the 17 and 18-year-old boys and their steeplechase race. It was high drama in the younger age category. What does this particular steeple race have for us in terms of what is going to come up? 17 and 18-year-old boys. We saw the lane and hip assignments. We do actually have 2 heats here, so a big field. Heat 1 is on the track right now. Dawson Welch will wear 1, Connor Jans 2, Gabrielle Couture 3, Tanner Emerson 4, Julian Juarez 5, Will Sacalera 6, Isaac Ortega 7, Josiah McCullough 8, Lamonte Aubert 9, Victor Gitonga 10, Christopher Simons 11, Clayton Stoyle 12, and Truman Hansen 13. If all runners and athletes have answered the call of the start gun here, the officials just going through with them. What's up in terms of the layout of the track? Heat 2 will be the faster runners. Time cutoff for the fast heat was 7:08. Fastest seed time here, Dawson Welch from the Arkansas Track Club. He is to your far right there in lane 1. 7:35.49 is seasonal best coming in here. Not too far behind Connor Jans, the athletes to his right with the all black on there from Trojan Elite, 7:57. And they're going to get them to stand up again. I don't know what the issue was. Maybe a toe on the line. And we're good to go. It's a quick break to the pole there. And then they're going to move that barrier in. There's the officials moving the barrier all the way to the inside. They'll do the same with the one over there at roughly the 1,500 meter start area. And this will be the first barrier that they take, and then it's quickly on to the water jump. So those will be the first 2 obstacles that they are confronting. Truman Hansen is out quickly to a lead there. I was remiss in not mentioning him earlier. He actually has a seed time of 6:38, so this is well ahead of anyone else in the race. That athlete that was up with him early on with the neon running kit on there, Christopher Simons, no seed time for him. That's Hansen with the white sunglasses on and the lead, and I can just tell that he is far and away the class of this particular race. He is hurdling nice and smoothly and great running form. Simons trails, and then the other one I had mentioned with the 7:35 seed, Dawson Welch, with the white top and the red shorts on there, sitting in 3rd place. That is the first 3 on order. Hansen, Simons, and then Welch coming up to the water jump for the 2nd time. Hansen looks great over the water jump. Cleared that nicely. 1 foot up, big push out, lands in the shallower water, and then 1 step up onto the dry part of the track. Reasonably good hurdling technique too from Hansen. Just want to get over efficiently. You don't need to be like a 110-meter hurdler here. Just need to get over with the minimal fuss and expenditure of energy and just get on with the flat running in between the hurdles, because that's what this race is really all about. Simons fades a little bit. Welch rallies and is attempting to close that gap down to Hansen. They've separated themselves from the rest of the field nicely. This field spread out all over the track. Hansen in the dark kit and the white sunglasses in the lead. Welch with the white top and the red shorts on there, trails about 5 meters behind. Another nice water jump from Hansen. That's the way you do it. That is perfect water jump technique. Welch a little bit rougher, but he continues to close that gap down that he had on Hansen. Now he's just within striking distance of the leader.
Attention, 15, 16 girls steeplechase go to the awards 10. 15, 16 girls.
Hansen continues to lead. Welch right up on him now. And these two are going to have a nice little battle over the final 2 laps. This is good that they've hooked up together. They'll be able to push one another on. It is Hansen with the fancier seasonal best coming in here, 6:38 to Dawson Welch's 7:35. It's almost a minute better. So if this goes this way and Hansen is able to drag Dawson Welch along to a substantial personal best, that would be nice to see. To the water jump once again. Sharp little left-hand turn into the run-up. Hansen still jumping well. Same with Welch. He cleared that completely. It was dry land totally for Dawson Welch. Shoulder to shoulder now as they come up to this barrier on the home straightaway. They're going to have to deal with some traffic here, but looks like one will go inside, the other go outside. Hansen to the inside, Welch to the outside. Now Welch, takes over the lead. They're going to hear the bell here, and we're going to have a great battle over the final 400 meters or less between these two very good 17 and 18-year-old steeplechasers. Now, we'll keep an eye on the time here because they might factor in the overall. The faster heat, seed times coming up in heat number 2. Welch going really well. And he's moved past Hansen, who had the superior by a long way seasonal best in seed time coming in here. To the water jump for the last time. Dawson Welch looking great as he comes into the home straightaway. Now, this barrier, as we saw in the last race, can be a little bit tricky. Welch is over nicely, and Welch is going to have a huge seasonal best and personal best coming in here. Let's check it, 6:15 and a bit. And Hansen in at 6:22. One, Cassandra Jimenez 2, Kiera Sultan 3, Sophia Dennehy 4, Maya Judas 5, Genevieve Hansen 6, Emily Mila 7, Mia Loafman will wear 8, Madeline Hoffman 9, Gabriella Hansen 10, Riley Bateman 11, and they're underway with a start on the back straightaway for an inside water jump 2,000-meter steeplechase on the track. So they'll take that one barrier out of the way. They can't run into that after only 40 or 50 meters of running. The first barrier will be the one they come up to down the back straightaway at roughly the 200-meter mark on the track, and with the early lead in the blue there, that's Cassandra Jimenez over that first barrier nicely, and they're right down to business with the water jump coming up. 7:58, Jimenez's seed time coming in here. She's a taller runner, so she's going to make easy work of these barriers at the height they're set at. Rest of the field scrambling for position behind her. And a bit of a challenge there from Maya Judas and the rest of the athletes making their way across the finish line. The boys will be coming up next. At the sort of the world and Olympic level, when you look at the results but in Heat 6, they'll line up as follows. Makiah Turner will go in 1. Nerea Freeman in 2. Sydney Fellows in 3. Morgan Parker in 4. Belia Tidd in 5. Okalani Green in 6. Leela Dean in 7. And Anya Martin will go in lane 8. Athletes to look for here are Tidd out of lane 5. A sub-29 seed time coming in here, 28:99 to be precise. Just while we're waiting for them to get finally set up, let's go back and look at the qualification situation. Fiona Thorne, as noted, leads all qualifiers at 28:07, and the bubble time now is held by Karsten Lewis at 29:92. So as I had predicted, you're going to need to go sub 30 to advance here. That's pretty definitive. 29:92 is the bubble time with 2 heats to go. Tidd will run out of lane 5. So we'll try to keep eyes on her. Martin and Turner in 1 and 8 might factor here as well. Tidd is going well there in lane 5 with the dark blue top on. Getting a challenge from Turner down in lane 1, as I had noted. She's not too far off Tidd's seed time coming in, but it's all Tidd as she comes up to the finish. Slightly rough and unorthodox hurdling style, but she gets it done in an impressive time. I think that's going to be close to the number 1 or 2 qualifying time next to Thorne's. Tidd time adjusted at 28:55. There it is, 28:55, 29:66 for Turner. Number 2. Taylor Simmons will start in lane 1. Coco Chanel Mitchell, love it, in lane 2. Ava Davis in lane 3. Maria Morris in 4. Olivia Scott in 5. Amokim Mimi Andale in 6. Isla Rice in 7. Jada Rodriguez, closest to the camera there, standing up. We'll start in lane 8. Keep your eye on Coco Chanel Mitchell in lane 2. She does have the fastest qualifying time coming in. And it is Coco Chanel Mitchell with a bit of an edge, but maybe it's Mimi Andale as well. But now Coco Chanel Mitchell is going well, but she's passed by Ava Davis, I think, at the end there.
11-12 girls off to a strong start here.
Great start here to our qualifying round. Ava Davis, that's a bit of a surprise, at least on the form charts. Chanel Mitchell. Jeremiah Chunzu will go in lane 1. Mason Clemens in 2. Caleb Shakespeare in 3. Jacob Andrews in 4. Amari Adams in 5. Dalen Booker in 6. And Maximus Sitney in lane 7. Lane 8 will be empty. Jacob Andrews will occupy lane 4, the traditional lane for the fastest qualifier. He's got the all black kit on right there, just retrieving his hip number from the, or another hip, someone else's hip number that had come off from his lane. Not sure what Dalen Booker was doing there. He's kind of walked out in front of his blocks and he walked back in. They're settled in now and now they're ready to go. We're away with a good start. Andrews moving well on the bend. That's nice bend running, nice and smooth. He's going to take over a lead down the home straightaway. Wow, he's just gobbling up huge amounts of real estate and can shut it completely down about 10 meters out from the line. Smart running from him. No need to exert excess energy.
21:48, cruise across the line to win heat 7.
21:48, and he shut it down 10 meters out. So that's, just note that for further competition. See if I see him here. I don't see a runner with a number 1 on their chest, so he may be a scratch. The absolute favorite, Luke Mason. It's impressive. 4:03 clocking, and he's only entered in the 1500, which means he would be exclusively focusing on this, whereas many of his competitive peers here doing multiple events, the 800, the 1500, steeplechase, 3000, or combinations of those events. And again, I'm looking hard to see if I see the number 1 on a runner's chest. I haven't picked it out yet. There are your bib and chest numbers right there for you to see lower left. I can't see number 1, so Mason potentially not here. Ethan Adu from Speed U Track Club. I did see him in there. He's got a 4:14 clocking to his name. He'll wear number 2. Frank Douglas from the Texas Titans Track Club. There's a whole team of Texas Titans Track Club athletes. They have the white tops on and the white shorts. Frank Douglas is one of those at 4:15, one to look for. He'll wear number 3. Connor Roham will wear number 4. He's got a seat time of 4:20. Brandon Navarez will wear number 5, 4:20 seat time for him as well. And Alejandro Villalava, he'll wear number 6. He's got a seat time of 4:23. Those are some of the ones to look for. But doing the early leading is Toby Alibi from the LV Speed Club. And tagging along there with him is Andrew Specht, also from the LV Speed Club. So LV Speed put 2 at the front here and extending things out.
Fastest time so far was Espeleta of LV Speed.
And that's also another LV Speed athlete in third. That's Tyler Pfefferkorn. It's kind of like a dual meet, LV Speed versus Texas Titans track here. The way this thing is shaping up at the front. Toby Alibi still in the lead. Looks like he will have that lead at 800, which they reach in about 2:08, 2:09. So the bubble time now, 4:16. You will need to run faster than 4:16 in this heat to advance. Top 12 times go through to the final. Pfefferkorn now on the front. I'm a little not suspect, but some of these 1,500-meter seed times may be not sort of best performances for some of these athletes. I think that's the case with Pfefferkorn. He's well under the 4:44 seed time pace that has been submitted. And Pfefferkorn really blowing this up. 3:15 at the 1,200-meter mark.
4:19.9 for 1,600 meters. 4:21 for the mile. You see that speed.
Pfefferkorn looks great. His teammate, Toby Alibi, now well behind.
Second at the Nevada State meet and goes the 800 and 1,600. This spring,
Pfefferkorn
junior out of Bishop Gorman.
kicking hard.
LV Speed.
Ran the 800 and the 4x8 here. He's also entered in the 3,000. So busy few days of running for Pfefferkorn. He's going to get to the finish line just at the 4-minute mark, and that's a great time. That will lead all qualifiers through to the final. This was an interesting heat. They started slower and then picked up the pace, whereas some of the other ones started fast and then went slower. So kudos to Pfefferkorn for judicious and patient pacing to get to the finish line. Remember, 4:16 is the cutoff, and we're just past that right now. So Frank Douglas there, lower left of your screen, should be the last through on time at 4:15 from this heat. Well, that was an intriguing round of 1,500-meter qualifications. Adriana Swanson in 4, Makiah Turner in 5, Trinity Clay in 6, Calista Valesco in 7, and Bella Breed will go in lane 8. Full house here. Keep an eye on lanes 4 and 5 as per normal. Adriana Swanson and Makiah Turner, the two fastest seed times coming in here. And it is Swanson with a good start. Swanson now a little bit ahead, getting a challenge from Turner. Turner's starting to come back on her a little bit, as is Mays, but Swanson will prevail. Oh, and she goes down and just manages to get across the finish line. I don't know what that was. She was clearly across and over, well over the final hurdle, but then somehow tripped up and went down heavily right at the finish line. I think she may have crossed and tripped up the timing device. Will get the win. I hope she's okay. Swanson goes first, as noted. Turner second. We're knocking these out pretty quickly. Zanila Robertson will go in 1. Maria Morris in 2, Michaela Smith in 3, Ania Scott in 4, Taraji Williams in 5, Serenity Jones in 6, and Kaylin Anthony in 7, and Jada Rodriguez in lane 8. There's lane 8, obviously, with the pylon there. To your left, lane 1 over off in the right side of your screen. And again, keep an eye on lane 4 and Ania Scott. Scott has the headband on there and the pink shoes. Just getting set up after the soak down of the track where the fingers make contact with the track. A little movement there from Morris in 2. Wasn't picked up. This one's really close, but now Scott starting to really show her speed endurance over the final 20 or 30 meters to the finish line, and Williams will trail in behind her with the second auto qualifying spot. Talk about athletes accelerating in the final 20 or 30 meters to the finish line. They're really not. Most sprinters, talk to coaches and people that study this, they reach their peak speed somewhere between 40 and 60 meters, and then it's a question of who is deaccelerating the least over the final 20 or 30 meters. Heat 2 will be comprised of the following gentlemen: Xavier Robinson in 1, Jared Hughes in 2, Robert Scott in 3, Lex Luthor in 4, Amari Adams in 5, Jamari Bennett in 6, Samuel Picant in 7, Alexander Chukwuklu in 8. Lex Luthor should be the owner of the fastest seed time in here from the Tri-City Thunder. He is the runner right there in the middle right of your screen now. Big jumping jack for him before he gets in. He's got the armband there on his right arm. Jamari Bennett had a great start, and Bennett will be in the lead here. Bennett, wow. That is a wire-to-wire finish from Bennett, almost taking out our camera person right past the finish line. Impressive performance. I think it was Luthor. It was in tight there between a bunch of them for second auto qualifying spot. But we'll see that Luthor got it, but just barely. So Luthor and Bennett at the auto spots. Smith will go in 1. Matthew Rincon in 2. Carson Taylor in 3. Lucas Ledden in 4. Crew Mower in 5. Kanoni Seymour in 6. Talon Lysite in 7. And Doran Bennett in 8. These guys are really going for it. This is a quick opening 200 meters here. Lucas Ledden leading the charge. Talon Lysite from Eastside Steppers Club also wants to say in what's going on at the front of the race. Ledden will lead them in to the home straightaway. Crew Mower distances himself from the rest of the pack. He looks to be in second. Lysite and Doran Bennett are battling it out shoulder to shoulder, but it's all Ledden as he dips in professionally there at the line. 1:10:32 time for your winner. There's Ledden. He's all businesslike. He just gets the job done, exits the track, heads to the recovery area. Ledden with the win from the Dynasty Track Club, 1:10:32. Great time. Crew Mower in second from the Mercury Track Club of Utah. This is the lineup for Heat 3. Kara Turbigny will go in 1. Makiah Turner in 2. Sarah Whitaker is out there in lane 7. In lane 5 is Anya Martin. There is probably the favorite settling into the blocks, Brooke Blue. Others in the heat. Victor in 3, Sarah Victor in 3. London Bosley in 7, and Lyric Coleman in lane 8. That's Anya Martin going well early on. Now Blue starts to exert her form on the field as they come up to the 200-meter mark. Martin still with a bit of an edge. Blue from Pacific Coast Shockwaves in lane 4, just to the right there. Martin to her right, and now Blue really starts to open it up. It will be Brooke Blue who will get there first. Big charge at the end from Sarah Victor. But Martin's able to hold her off, pretty close between the two of them at the finish. There's your winner, Brooke Blue. Another sub 59 clocking, 58.18 to be precise. Martin checks in at 59.53. Victor in at 1 minute even, 0.14. And the rest of the field and their times there for you to see. Heat 6 now. Coming out onto the track. Anderson Ochoa will go in lane 1. Thomas Radke will go in 2. Elijah Ferguson in lane 3. Grant Buckmiller will go in 4. Philip Moore in 5. Jerome Brown in 6. And Ethan Adu in lane 7. Lane 8 appears to be empty. Starter wants to stand him up. This time we're away with a good start. Jerome Brown Jr. just crushed the opening 100 meters here. How long can he hang on to that, though? That is the big question. Not very long, because Grant Buckmiller is by him already. This is this big differentiation I'm talking about from the 200 start all the way around to here. Look at the difference in the field. They were all kind of together, if you will, at 200, but Buckmiller is way ahead by the time he gets to the head of the straightaway, and even further ahead by the time he gets to the finish. Buckmiller stopping the clock here, 58.06. That's probably going to be good enough for him to get through, but these other times will not be. I think the bubble time here, when we get through all of this and the dust settles, it might be under 48. So Buckmiller there, 48.05. Elijah Ferguson, good time, but not enough to get through.
He's a regional champion out of Texas, North Forney High School, heading into his senior year. Jonathan Frazier, team blockout in 5, Ariel Clark. Tessa Mudd, Mount Pleasant, 4 meters 27 in the pole vault, that's 14 feet. Congratulations to Tessa, she is still alive in the vault. Tessa Mudd, Mount Pleasant Track Club, 4 meters 27, 14 feet.
No.
No, but you can sit right here.
Tessa Mudd removing that pole vault bar to 4 meters.
These are the lane assignments. This one could be pretty close. Some of that last one was close, but it was a bit more of a blowout. This one I'm predicting could be a bit more of a battle in the middle of the track, just based on the way the times lined up from getting ready to go. These are the lane assignments. This one could be pretty close. Some of that last one was close, but it was a bit more of a blowout. This one I'm predicting could be a bit more of a battle in the middle of the track, just based on the way the times lined up from the semifinals. Sydney Fellows from Track Houston Youth Track just walking back there. She'll be on the far left. This is the lane assignments. Tatum Trucks will go in lane 1 on the far right. Amari Temi Aganju will go in lane 2. Makiah Turner will go in 3. Gabriella Young will run in lane 4, and the favorite, at least on time, from the semifinals. Karsten Lewis will set up in lane 5. Allison Gamma will run out of lane 6. Dea Saunders will go in lane 7. And as noted from the Track Houston Youth Track Club, Sydney Fellows will line up to your far left in lane 8. Keep an eye on Gabriella Young with the red kit on there right in the middle. She gets a great start. So Gabriella Young going well, just to her left. Turner coming on a little bit, but it's Gabriella Young hurdling well. Good speed and to the line. And Turner and Lewis went to a photo finish to separate them.
All right, we're off. Girls 13 to 14. Fiona Thorne in lane 4, like being challenged on her right and her left. Has the strength to get there first in 1490. That's Fiona Thorne, Lincoln Community Track Club.
Swanson 1501. Larry Young 1517. Sydney Smith 1520. Enoch Fifth 1549.
1489 the official time. Adriana Swanson of Speed U Track Club second in 1501. And into a headwind there, negative 2.4.
So, you know, and everyone can't be sprinters. I know we love the sprints, but this is still a fun and amazing to watch. You know, pushing your talent to the level of going over 10 barriers for a whole full lap while you're top end speed. You know, that's amazing to watch. And hats off to these young ladies who are trying to follow in the footsteps of these great female athletes who have paved the way for them.
Okay, 13 and 14 age division for girls, 200-meter hurdles. And in lane 1, Makiah Turner of Mercury Track of Utah. Lane 2, Daisha Brunson from TNT Tracking Field Academy. Lane 3, Imani Galera Young Track Club. Lane 5, Lane 6, Adriana Aganju from Roadrunners. Hurdles as well. So she'll be going for a double here in the 200-meter hurdles. Just saw win the 100-meter hurdles as well. So she'll be going for a double.
Almost there.
Fiona Thorne, I think we just saw win the 100-meter hurdles as well. So she'll be.
I think this is a really fun race, Doug. I haven't really seen this race much in person. I knew about it from when Jesse Owens ran it. So it's going to be fun watching these kids really put the pedal to the metal and watch them come across that finish line over 200-meter hurdles.
Yeah, 220-yard hurdles seems like an ancient track and field event that was pretty popular back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
We should bring some of those events back just to shake it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, so you can just turn them off.
Yeah, that's what I did. But
Yeah, so look.
it had to be red.
Yeah, so what's that?
Because it was red, and then I had to, when I turned it off, then it back on, I think.
Okay, we're away. 13, 14-year-old girls in the 200-meter hurdles. Starting off with a curve and then we'll come into the straightaway.
And 5 nearly together off the turn. Sliding to the inside of Galera Young in 3.
Imani Galera Young being chased by Fiona Thorne. Galera Young will win it. Boy, that is an interesting event because you don't get tired, right? You're just all out 200 meters, and what was there, like 5 hurdles? It wasn't very many of them.
Yeah, it was exciting to watch. So you could tell they were really gutting it out for sure, especially come off that turn, trying to jock for position.
27.83 for Imani Galera Young, Arizona Cheetahs, beating Fiona Thorne from Lincoln Community.
Turner 29.19. Swanson 29.